Snoring? Gasping during sleep? Feeling fatigued? Wake up to Zepbound Tirzepatide, the first and only FDA-approved prescription medicine for moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, in adults with obesity. Zepbound is an injectable prescription medicine that may help adults with moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, and obesity to improve their OSA. Zepbound should be used with a reduced-calorie diet and increased physical activity. Zepbound is approved as a 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, or 15 milligram injection. Zepbound contains tirzepatide and should not be used with other tirzepatide-containing products or any GLP-1 receptor agonist medicines. It is not known if Zepbound is safe and effective for use in children. Do not share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Zepbound if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Talk to your doctor. Call 1-800-545-5979 or visit Zepbound.lilly.com. Zepbound and its delivery device base and QuickPen are registered trademarks owned or licensed by Eli Lilly and Company, its subsidiaries or affiliates.
This is Radio Metropolis. Welcome to the Inner Sanctum Radio Podcast here on Radio Metropolis. Tonight, a married couple murder an elderly man for the money he has hidden in a pillowcase and now must cover their tracks as investigators close in. This is Dead to Rights on the Inner Sanctum Radio Podcast from May 22nd, 1945, here on Radio Metropolis.
Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup present Inner Sanctum Mysteries. Good evening, friends. This is your host of the Inner Sanctum, welcoming you again through the squeaking door for an hallucinating good time. Why am I smiling? But I always smile when I open the squeaking door on Tuesday night. You see, each week when I say good evening, I think to myself, a good evening for what? And of course, there's only one answer to that question. A good evening for murder.
A fine thing to say. You needn't feel so chipper about it if you were going to be murdered.
Why, Mary, there's no bigger thrill than to be murdered. Why, it happens only once in a lifetime. And now it's time to begin. Our story is called Dead to Rights. It's an original spine tingler by Sigmund Miller, and our stars tonight are two radio favorites, Elspeth Eric and Santos Ortega. So relapse in your chair, settle down for a half hour of alarming but charming entertainment. Why not get really reckless tonight? Go the whole works. Turn off the main switch in the cellar. The darker it is, the more strange things you'll see. Lou Dunn is nervously pacing his room in a dingy boarding house near the East River in Manhattan. His wife, Dottie, is looking at an old newspaper.
That's him, Dottie. You see for yourself. That's Jensen, that Quirrell guy. Lives upstairs with $20,000.
Mm-hmm. That's him, all right.
All that money. Only a floor above us.
According to this paper, William Jensen was found wandering through the streets in a semi-conscious condition due to lack of food. The police discovered $20,000 in $100 bills mixed with crusts of bread in his pockets. He's being sent to Bellevue Hospital for observation.
That newspaper's more than a month old. Jensen's been back for 2 weeks. Hey, Dottie, Must be some way we can get that money.
There is.
You mean rob him?
Rob him. Maybe kill him.
Kill him?
If you're not scared.
Scared? I ain't scared of anything.
I know you. You always talk tough, and that's about all.
I'm not scared. We could knock him off. Make it look like suicide.
You really want to do it?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to put my hands in that 20 grand.
Boy, what we couldn't do with that money.
It'll be easy.
If we do it smart. Very smart.
Sure.
Maybe you could sort of visit him. Just before he goes to bed. Turn on the gas. That'd make it look like suicide. Then we could go back and pick up the money. Not all of it. We'll leave half of it so it won't look like robbery.
Sure. He's a crazy guy. It's natural for a crazy guy to knock himself off.
Mm-hmm.
When do we do it?
Well, if we're going to do it, we got to do it right now. We'll never have the guts to do it later. Now, you're sure you want to do it, Lou?
Sure I do, Dottie.
Mrs. Scully was going to the movies. What time is it now?
It's 5 to 10.
She won't be back till after 11.
That only gives us about an hour.
Oh, you got plenty of time. Jensen goes to bed just about this time. You go on up, stay with him until he's in bed. And then, on your way out, you turn on the gas. Not too much, because that'll make a lot of noise. And keep your finger off the spigot. Use a stick or a glove or something.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, okay. What are you waiting for?
You want me to go now?
Well, what do you want to do? Die of heart failure worrying about it? Go ahead.
Who's there?
It's me. Lou Dunn, the guy that lives right under you.
Oh, just a minute. I was just about to get to my bed. Is there anything special you want?
No. I just had a little argument with the wife.
Oh.
I don't want to go back right now.
You're going to teach her a lesson.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Come in. You can talk to me while I get into bed.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Jensen. I won't stay long. You going to bed right now?
Yeah. Would you mind helping me take off my shoes?
Sure.
I'm getting too old to bend down.
Oh, sure. Sure thing.
Thank you. Oh.
That's no place to hide your money, behind the pillow.
Huh? That ain't no money. It's just a lot of pictures. It's all just pictures.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be good company. I feel kind of sleepy.
Well, maybe I'd better get back.
Nice of you to come see me, Lou.
It's freezing outside. I'd better close the windows or you'll catch cold. Well, good night, Mr. Jensen. Good night. Oh, it's beating like a tripper. If I get downstairs without being seen, everything will be all right. Hey, someone's coming up the steps. It's Mrs. Scully, the landlady. It's dark. Maybe she won't recognize me. I'll pull my hat over my face.
Mr. Dunn?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Mr. Dunn.
It's all right. Good night.
Good night.
me. Lou.
Everything all right?
Close the door.
What's the matter with you? Anything go wrong?
We're going to be caught.
Calm down. Tell me what happened.
I did everything you said. Everything worked fine until I got outside. I met Mrs. Scully in the hall. I pulled my hat over my face.
You recognize her?
She called my name, but I disguised my voice.
Nothing to worry about.
I'm sure she knew it was me. We're going to get caught.
Did you come right down here?
No. I went outside for a few minutes in case she was watching me.
That's good. Now you got to go back and get that money. He's dead by now.
I can't go back.
You gotta go now before the gas leaks into the hall and everybody knows about it.
I can't do it.
All right, I'll go myself. Where'd you say the money was?
The pillow under his head.
Stay here till I get back.
Maybe we ought to forget it.
No. Not after we've gone this far.
Who's there?
It's me, Mrs. Scully. Let me in.
What do you want?
Well, the people downstairs have been complaining there's water leaking down the ceiling.
Water?
Yes. I'd like to take a look at the sink.
Sure.
Funny. Pipes aren't leaking.
Guess just a mistake, huh?
Oh, they must be cranks. Floor's dry.
Is that all, Mrs. Scully?
No. You're a couple of days over on your rent.
We'll have it for you tomorrow.
Well, you better. I have to pay my bills, you know.
Sure, I promise you.
Well, all right. Say, didn't I pass you upstairs on the 4th floor a little while ago?
Me? Oh, you must have me mixed up with someone else.
It looked like you. Had your bill.
I haven't been out of this room for a couple of hours.
Hey, Lou,
Darling, Miss Scully.
Oh. Hello, Mrs. Scully. Hello, Mrs. Dunn. I was just telling your husband about the rent that's... Do you smell gas? Yeah. Must be a gas jet open someplace. Well, you'd better take a look at your stove. Don't want any accidents in this house. No, neither do we. Seems to be coming from the hall. I'd better take a look at that empty room.
You should have knocked before you came in. You almost gave the whole thing away.
Yeah, I know. Had the money right in my hand. I only took half the dough, about $9,000, I figure.
The cops question Mrs. Scully. We'll be done for.
Yeah, she smelled the gas on me. I almost died in that room.
We gotta get away from here.
Well, maybe you're right. I'm getting kind of scared myself. Things ain't working out so perfect.
Let's get packed.
Okay, we better hurry. No, wait a minute. We ain't gonna pack.
We're not gonna stay here.
Listen, if we walk out with our suitcases, we'll be giving ourselves away.
They found out about Jensen.
We gotta stay calm or we're dead pigeons.
What should we do?
We gotta get out of the house first.
We can't go out the front door, not now.
Maybe with all this excitement going on, we can sneak out without them noting.
I tell you, I'm scared, Daddy.
Oh, my. Come on. Now or never.
There's nobody at the front door.
Oh, that's a break.
What's going on? The cops, they just came in.
Quick, get back in the room before they see us.
We'll never escape.
I'll escape. There must be some other way.
Well, Dottie and Lou are in bad shape. My only hope is that they don't die of heart failure before the end of the program. That would be very embarrassing. Sometimes I wish the characters in our stories would show a little more nerve. They all get so flustered. It's not that they aren't first-quality villains, but they're too indecisive.
Well, what do you think is going to happen to them?
Oh, they'll probably turn on the gas again.
Oh, please.
And brew themselves a pot of Lipton tea.
Well, you fooled me that time.
Well, now let's go back to our pale and panicky pair of murderers. If you remember, they ran back into their room when the police came in. And since then, they've been trying to figure a way out. Maybe they've got a plan. So let's take a look, shall we?
We've got to think of something.
How about that back stairway?
I don't know where it goes.
Well, it's better than staying here.
Cops will see us.
You gotta take that chance. They're probably still upstairs. Come on.
Let's hurry.
Slow, Lou.
I gotta open the door to get to the back stairway.
I'll open it slow.
Oh, the door's locked.
You fool. Maybe it's just rusted.
It's jammed.
I suppose if I try to open it.
No use. The cops will be down in a minute.
Come on. Let's push it.
Get him.
It's opening. Just a little bit more.
We can just step through.
You all right?
Like it's cold in here.
Here we goes down to the cellar, I guess. Come on. Stuck down here. It's choking me.
There must be another exit that leads out into the alley.
Listen, that's the cops coming down to look for us.
They're coming from the hallway stairs.
We've got to hide. Here. Get behind this old sofa. Lie down on the floor.
There's nothing you'll find down here.
I hope you don't mind, lady, but we'd like to look over the premises.
Look, this dust is killing me. I'm going to sneeze.
No.
I can't do it.
It's just a waste of time looking for anything here.
All right. Let's get out. Too much stuff here.
Dottie. I killed him. Dottie. Please get him. Oh, I'm glad you're not dead.
You tried to kill me.
I had to put my hand over your mouth. You'd have sneezed. We'd been caught.
Let's get out of this dusty hole.
We get these barrels away, we can get out through the alley.
Well, you're a little safer out on the street. Please, will you stop looking back?
There's someone following us.
There's nobody following us.
I tell you, there is. By now, all the detectives in New York must be looking for us.
Stop acting so suspicious. Turning around all the time. We gotta look like normal people.
Normal? I've never been so scared in all my life.
I told you not to turn around.
The same guy.
Who are you talking about?
Take a look at yourself. Guy with the gray hat.
He could be just an ordinary guy. Maybe we just think he's following us.
We gotta get away from him.
No, look. Hold my hand. We'll fool him. Make believe we're in love.
What's the matter with you? I don't get it.
Act like you're crazy about me. Act it for real. Go on.
What am I supposed to do?
Say I'm wonderful. Say I'm the sweetest girl in the world. Go on.
You're crazy.
Do what I tell you.
You're the sweetest girl in the world.
Say it like you mean it. Hurry up.
You're wonderful. I love you.
Put your arm around my shoulder.
It ain't gonna do any good.
Now, walk slow. Act like we don't care where we're going.
You'll catch up to
He
us.
can always catch up to us. We gotta make him think we're the wrong people he's following us. Keep talking love to me.
You're wonderful. I'm crazy about you.
You're wonderful, too, Lou, darling. I've waited all my life for somebody like you.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You're still following us?
Yes, sweetheart. Look, we gotta figure out something.
Maybe we can give him the slip in the subway.
Yeah. Look, I'll go in the subway first. You go in the cigar store. He'll follow you. I'll wait for you on the platform. You come down a few minutes after me. Have a nickel all ready. Then as soon as the train pulls in, wait till the doors are closing, then drop your nickel in the slot. I'll hold the door open for you. Whoever's following won't be able to make it. You understand me, dear?
Well, what if he arrests me first?
He won't. Look, here's where I go down the subway. You go into the store. Kiss me.
Okay. Darling?
Don't forget to wait until the doors are closing.
I couldn't find you.
Well, in the center of the platform for everybody to see me.
I thought you'd run out of me.
Maybe I should have.
You had. I'd give myself up.
Yes, you would.
Where are we going?
Next station. We'll get a bus going to New Jersey.
Maybe we ought to ride on the plane.
off here.
What are you hanging around?
Wait a minute. We gotta hide this money so they won't have anything on us in case we get caught.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We can come back with it later, huh?
Hide it right underneath the platform.
Yeah, that's a good spot. No one in the station. Let's shoot fast.
Here's the money. I'll hold you while you bend over.
right.
Be careful you don't drop it.
Now, hold on good. I'm liable to fall.
Hurry up before somebody comes along.
Yeah. Okay. It's hidden.
Let's go. We'll be back for it in a day or so. Now put your arm around me while we go up into the street.
I can't do it anymore.
You don't do it, I'm leaving you.
No, don't.
That's better. Sweetheart.
Yeah. I guess you're the best girl for me.
You just wouldn't know what to do without me. Would you, darling? Don't turn around. There's nobody following us.
There's a cop right behind us. They must have radioed a description of us.
Cops don't follow people. They arrest them if they think they're guilty.
Well, maybe he ain't sure. Maybe he's watching us first.
We'll turn the corner without hurrying. You do love me, don't you?
I love you more than anybody else in the world.
I love you, too. You're right, we are being followed.
What are we going to do?
There's a factory up ahead. We'll make believe we're going in on the night shift. That ought to throw him off the track.
We'll get caught in the building.
Well, it's worse out here on the street. When the cop sees us go into the factory, he'll think he's made a mistake and he'll leave us alone. Now hang on to me tight and walk slow.
Is this the building?
Yeah. We'll walk in just as if we belong here.
He hasn't followed us in.
No, it worked fine. Now we can stay here for a few minutes and then...
It's the cop.
We're caught.
Let's take the elevator up. Come on.
Floor, please? 16. There's no one on the 16th. It's empty, ma'am.
She needs a 15th.
Yeah. Hurry up, please. We're very late.
In a second. There's an officer coming in.
Thank you for waiting.
Floor, please?
Just take these people wherever they're going.
Yes, sir. Watch the door.
Where are you two going?
15th floor.
Who are you seeing on the 15th floor?
What do you want with us? We didn't do anything.
I just asked you who you're seeing on the 15th floor.
We work up there.
15, please.
Come on, Lou.
Just a second.
Run, Lou. Run. Around the corner.
He'll shoot at us.
Hurry up.
He'll kill us. Stop or I'll shoot.
There's the freight elevator. It's open. If we can make it, we can slam the door and run it ourselves.
Wait a minute.
Hurry up, Lou.
As fast as I can.
Quick. Stop. The elevator. Stop. You get
Those poor devils. Operator, get me precinct 23. Oh, hello, Lieutenant. This is Officer Malone. I want to report a double suicide. Their names are Lewis and Dorothy Dunn. I knew they were going to do it, and I tried to stop them. I saw him in the subway station. The man was trying to jump off the platform, but the woman was holding him back. He changed his mind, and they went upstairs. It looked like a lover's suicide pact to me. I saw them holding each other around, kissing on the street. I followed them from the subway into this building, and when I asked them a few questions, they got frightened and got off on the 15th floor. Well, I did. I tried to stop them, Lieutenant. They ran down the corridor and then threw themselves down an empty elevator shaft. Dead. His toenails, yeah. Lieutenant, you know, the funny part of it is, they lived in the same house where that old crackpot, Jensen, committed suicide by gas a few hours ago. No? What? Yeah. Yeah, that sure is an unlucky house. Well, that's one way of getting rid of the duns, making them throw themselves down the elevator shaft. Not a very pleasant way, I'll admit, but business is business. We just don't fool around with characters like that. And now, a word of advice. If the elevator service is bad and you're in a hurry, just throw yourself out of the window. Oh, by the way, this month's Inner Sanctum mystery novel is The Red Right Hand by Joel Rogers. Oh, and I must tell you about next week's story. It takes place on the high sea, but it's about a man who doesn't like singing. Yes, singing seems to strike the wrong note with him, and he goes around opening up throats with a knife to find out just what makes that wrong note. So, if you're one of those guys who sings in the shower, just cut it out before next week's killer does it for you. Now it's time to close the squeaking door until next Tuesday, when Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup present another Inner Sanctum Mystery, directed by Hyman Brown. Good night. Pleasant dreams. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
That was Dead to Rights from May 22nd, 1945, here on the Inner Sanctum Radio podcast on Radio Retropolis. This was a great psychological drama written by Sigmund Miller that I didn't expect in an Inner Sanctum episode. Suspense? Yeah, this might have been more likely to be a story for them. I could also see, again, let's go ahead about 15 years or so, I could see Rod Serling tackle this story in the Twilight Zone as well, because Serling was always about the moral lesson at the end. It's the quote-unquote, what is it we learned, unquote, introspection. This story reminds me of the greatest practical joke in the world. It's the one you fear that will come at any time, yet never does. That's the basis here. The couple are fraught with paranoia that they believe everyone is onto them, that their subtlety in covering their crime is just not possible. Every move they do makes them look guiltier than anyone else. Instead of blending in, they become more of a spectacle and get the unwanted attention of the very person, that cop, that they are trying to fool. They carry this ruse to a point that they cannot contain themselves, and they accidentally fall into an elevator shaft to their deaths trying to escape the cop who they believe is hot on their trail. The cop, in fact, was hot on their trail. Unfortunately for them, he believed they were going to commit a double suicide. He had no clue of the other crime. The landlady and the investigator had no clue of the crime either and believed that the old man Jensen accidentally died because he left the gas on. So the punchline to the joke is that the couple really did commit the perfect crime. The problem was that they didn't think so, and it cost them their lives. Well, out with the old and in with the new, as original host Raymond is now gone and won't ever be back. New host Paul McGrath takes over. He brings forth some of the same glee and horror that Raymond brought, which I think was more because of the way scripts were written and not a personality trait, as McGrath probably wasn't sure how he was going to do this. And I'm sure he didn't want to sound like a Raymond knockoff either. Clearly, Hyman Brown did not want to make another star after Raymond and just had McGrath say he was the host. Maybe audiences wouldn't know the difference. This is his first episode, and it's clear he's not really comfortable in the role yet. When Raymond injected humor into his horror shtick, it was playful and somewhat childlike in many ways. When McGrath tries to do the same thing here, he sounds like a crazy madman, in my opinion, with a nervous laugh that would make even Renfield say, hey man, tone it down a little bit. There will be a few times when Barry Kroger will take over, and if he happens to appear in one of our episodes in existence, I'll let you know. We'll talk more about McGrath. There's really not much to talk about, but we'll talk a little bit more about him in our next podcast. Santos Ortega played Lou Dunn, our nervous murderer, and if you're a fan of As the World Turns, Santos played Will Hughes in taking over from Will Lee in June of 1956 until his death 20 years later. He was born of Spanish and Venezuelan descent, although was never distinguished solely by any ethnicity in his performances. He knew no Spanish, yet learned an effective Spanish dialect when needed for roles. Not this one. For radio, he starred in The Adventures of Nero Wolfe, Bulldog Drummond, Charlie Chan, and also went on to great supporting roles in suspense. Here, of course, on Inner Sanctum, Perry Mason, and The Shadow as Commissioner Weston. He also originated the role of Inspector Queen in the radio version of The Adventures of Ellery Queen. Perhaps his most infamous notoriety came about on November 22, 1963, when As the World Turns, which was usually on the air in the noontime hour, was featuring a scene with Ortega, when Walter Cronkite broke in to announce that Kennedy had been shot in Dallas, Texas. The cast with Ortega were performing live and had no idea what was going on until much later. Santos Ortega, a lifelong cigar smoker, died suddenly while visiting Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on April 10, 1976. He was just a little over a month shy of his 77th birthday. Elspeth Eric played Dottie Dunn, who gave a very cold, sinister portrayal to the role of the manipulative wife, who clearly was the boss in her marriage. She sounded a little bit like Mercedes McCambridge, and if you remember her, she did a lot of radio drama, Lights Out in particular, with Arch Oboler. She was also the voice of the devil in The Exorcist. Well, she and Elspeth were actually good friends, since they were very similar in style, and they both went for the same roles. Elspeth lost out on many of the roles that went to Mercedes. Though, even though there was no animosity between the two, it was just the way that it had gone. Elspeth Eric was best suited for these types of roles we just heard in Inner Sanctum, as she had played many gun mauls in these 1940 dramas like CBS Radio Mystery Theater. In fact, she appeared in 13 of those CBS Radio Mystery Theater episodes, and she wrote over 100 episodes. On Broadway, her credits include The Live Wire, Snafu, Margin for Error, Too Many Heroes, and Dead End. Dead End actually introduced the Dead End Kids, the Bowery Boys, the Dead End Kids, all one and the same. She did some television, but pretty much preferred radio. In a 1955 newspaper article, Eric indicated her preference for working in radio, as she said there were no ulcers in radio. 8 radio shows a week are easier than 1 a week on TV. She died of cancer in 1993 at the age of either 85 or 86. We don't really know for sure. And that'll do it for us tonight. That was Dead to Rights from May 22nd, 1945, here on the Inner Sanctum Radio Podcast on Radio Metropolis.